Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 8 is round 9, Wednesday the 19th of March 2025. The match of the round is Richmond versus Carlton. But let's go to the first game of that round 9 is GWS Giants versus Brisbane at Giant Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter's processing, nearly done. And the Brisbane Lions have kicked 5 goals, 3 to Giants, 3 goals, 6. So quarter time, Brisbane are up by 9 points. GWS are on top with 6 wins, 2 losses. Brisbane are in 13th spot. So let's go to the second quarter of this game. Brisbane need another win to try and get into the 8. And if Giants win, they'll stay on top. All right. So Brisbane, second quarter, kicked 5 goals, 6 to Giants, 3 goals, 4 at half time. Brisbane are up by 25 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter nearly completed. And the Giants have kicked 3 goals, 2 to Brisbane, 2 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, the Giants are down by 16 points, 66 to 82. Let's go to the last quarter of this game. Who is going to win this game? And in the end, Brisbane have won by 12 points. They kicked 1 goal, 4 to the Giants, 2 goals, 2. In that second half, the Giants have won the second half but lost the game by 12 points. Final scores: GWS Giants 11-14, 80 to Brisbane 13-14, 92. All right, let's go. The next game is Port Adelaide versus Hawthorn at Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide are in 6th spot. Hawthorn are in 17th. First quarter, we've got Port Adelaide kicking 6 goals, 6 to Hawthorn 3-3. 21 points down, Hawthorn, 21 to 42, second quarter. Second quarter, Port Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 2 to Hawthorn 3-6 at half time. Hawthorn are down by 29 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Port Adelaide have kicked 3 goals, 3 to Hawthorn 1-4. And at three-quarter time, Port Adelaide are up by 40 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see how much Port Adelaide win by. And in the end, Port Adelaide have won by 44 points. They kicked 5 goals, 1 to Hawthorn 4-3. Final scores: Port Adelaide 19-12, 126 to Hawthorn 11-16, 82. All right, let's go. The next game is Sydney versus Melbourne at the SCG. Both these sides are outside the 8. First quarter completed. Melbourne, they've kicked 5 goals, 3 to Sydney 3-4. Melbourne are up by 11 points, 33 to 22. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Melbourne, they've kicked 5 goals, 2 to Sydney 4-5. And at half time, Melbourne are up by 14 points, 65 to 51. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Sydney have kicked 3 goals, 2 to Melbourne 1-6. And at three-quarter time, Melbourne are up by 6 points, 77 to 71. Last quarter. Who's going to win this match? Who's going to stand up? And Melbourne has stand up. Final scores: Melbourne 16-13, 109 to Sydney 15-12, 102. All right, let's go. The next game is Essendon versus Western Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium. Essendon are in 5th spot. Bulldogs are in 14th. First quarter nearly completed. And the Bulldogs have kicked 6 goals, 5 to Essendon, 3 goals, 1. And it's 22 points the difference. Western Bulldogs 41 to 19. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter nearly completed. And Essendon, they've kicked 2 goals, 2 to Bulldogs, 2-3. Bulldogs have won by 1 point in that quarter. They are 23 points up, 56 to 33. Let's go to the third quarter. This game, Essendon are trying to hang on to the top 8. And Essendon, they've kicked 6 goals, 4 to Bulldogs, 4-5. And Bulldogs are 12 points up, 85 to 73. Let's go to the the last quarter of this game. And Essendon have won by 17 points. They kicked 6 goals, 1 to the Bulldogs, 1-2. In the last quarter, Essendon just put on a clinic. Essendon final score 17-8, 110 to the Bulldogs 13-15, 93. All right. So the Bombers, they've got a win and they are on top at the moment. Bulldogs are still in 14th. Let's go to the next game. It's North Melbourne versus Fremantle at Marvel Stadium. Both teams are outside the 8, looking for a win. Fremantle, they've kicked 6 goals, 5 to North Melbourne, 4-2. Fremantle are up by 15 points, 41 to 26. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter. And Freo, they've kicked 6 goals, 6 to North Melbourne, 4-2. And North Melbourne are down by 31 points, 52 to 83 at half time. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter completed. Fremantle, they've kicked 6 goals, 1 to North Melbourne, 2-2 after half time. And it is 54 points to Fremantle, 120 to 66. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter nearly completed. And Fremantle, they've kicked 1 goal, 5 to North Melbourne, 5 goals, 1. In the end, Fremantle have won by 34 points. It looked like Fremantle were going to put on a high score. But in the end, North Melbourne final scores 15-7, 97 to Fremantle, 19-17, 131. Let's go to the next game. It's West Coast Eagles versus Adelaide Crows. Second versus last. First quarter nearly completed. And we've got West Coast. They've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Adelaide, 4-1. West Coast are in front by 14 points, 39 to 25. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, West Coast, they've kicked 4 goals, 3 to Adelaide, 2-3. And at halftime, West Coast are up by 26 points. They're at home at Optus Stadium. Third quarter completed. Adelaide, they've kicked 6 goals, 5 to West Coast, 4 goals, 4. Three-quarter time, West Coast are still up by 13 points, 94 to 81. Let's go to the last quarter to see if Adelaide can just get over the line, or West Coast may get off the bottom of the ladder. And in the end, West Coast have won by 18 points. They set up the first half of this game to win the game. They kicked 1 goal, 6 to Adelaide, 1 goal, 1. West Coast final score 15-16, 106 to Adelaide, 13-10, 88. All right. So that puts West Coast off the bottom of the ladder. Hawthorn back on the bottom. All right. So let's go to the next game. It is Geelong versus Collingwood down at GMHBA Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter, Collingwood have kicked 6 goals, 3 to Geelong, 4-3. Collingwood are up by 2 goals at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Geelong have kicked 5 goals, 6 to Collingwood, 3-6. And at half time, it's 63 apiece. All right, so let's go to the third quarter. So it's level at half time. Let's see who bounces out of the half time. We've got Collingwood kicking 3 goals, 3 to Geelong, 1-1. Collingwood are up by 14 points, 84 to 70. Let's go to the last quarter of this game. And in the end, Collingwood have won by 26 points. They kicked 5 goals, 3 to Geelong, 3 goals, 3. Geelong final score 13-13, 91 to Collingwood 17-15, 117. So that puts Collingwood in the top 8, pushes Brisbane to 9th, and Geelong are still in 5th. Let's go to the next game. St Kilda versus Gold Coast Suns at Marvel Stadium. Now, St Kilda and Gold Coast are outside the 8. They're looking for a win. High scoring in the first quarter, 11 goals kicked. St Kilda kicked 6 goals, 3 to Gold Coast, 5-4. And St Kilda are up by 5 points, 39 to 34. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter completed. We've got Gold Coast. They've kicked 6 goals, 1 to St Kilda, 1-4. Half time. We've got St Kilda down by 22 points. It's 49 to 71. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, St Kilda have kicked 6 goals, 2 to Gold Coast, 4-3. And at three-quarter time, we've got St Kilda down by 11 points, 87 to 98. Let's go to the last quarter. And Gold Coast, in the end, have won by 2 points in this classic match. St Kilda, final score 18-11, 119 to Gold Coast, 18-13, 121. All right. So that puts Gold Coast in 9th with 5 wins. St Kilda are in 11th with only 4. Let's go to the last game of the round. It's the match of the round. It's Richmond versus Carlton at the MCG. We've got Carlton are in 12-6. First quarter's done. Richmond have kicked 5 goals, 6 to Carlton, 5-1. Richmond are in front by 5 points, 36 to 31. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter has been completed. We've got Richmond kicking 2 goals, 5 to Carlton, 1-1. Half time, Carlton are down by 15 points, 38 to 53. Let's go to the third quarter of this game. Third quarter completed. Richmond, they've kicked 2 goals, 4 to Carlton, 4 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, Richmond are just up by 6 points at 69 to 63. Oh, this is going to go down the wire. Last game of the round. Last quarter. Who's going to win it? And in the end, Richmond have won by 4 points. Carlton won the quarter 5-5 to 5-3, but Richmond have won the game by 4 points. Richmond final score 14-18, 102 to Carlton 15-8, 98. All right, so that concludes round 9. We're more than halfway through the season now. We've got Essendon on top with a half a game clear, with Richmond on 24 points, winning over Carlton with over 4 points. GWS Giants, they dropped a game against the Brisbane Lions at home. And then we had Adelaide Crows get beaten by West low ladder league, well, low ladder West Coast in 16th spot. They've beaten the Adelaide Crows, who are in the top four. So West Coast, they did beat them by 18 points. So Adelaide rounds out the top four, and then we've got the next four teams: Port Adelaide, Geelong, Fremantle, and Collingwood. And then we've got Gold Coast and Brisbane just outside the eight on the same points as Collingwood. Well, and then we've got the match of the round next round, round 10, Adelaide versus Giants. So that's third versus fourth. We've got Sydney as the number one offense team and Carlton the number one defense team. They are low ladder positions. We've got Essendon with a 3-game winning streak. Now they're in minor premiership range, and then we've got Hawthorn down the bottom with only 2 wins, which look like they're probably in line with the wooden spoon. All right, so that concludes round 9. We'll see you for round 10, Sunday, the 23rd of March, 2025.